Developing news in the Edinburgh voting scandal, the city of Edinburgh making some changes to the way voters recall an elected official. Last week, an Edinburgh resident submitted a recall affidavit calling for Mayor Molina to resign. But now there's a delay due to an outdated petition form dating back to 1949. Our Joanna Guzman. Joanna?
Good evening, Brenda. As you just mentioned earlier this month, Edinburgh resident Robert Solis filed an affidavit, the first step to recalling the mayoral election. Solis seen here attempting to file that affidavit with the city secretary on May 1st. In the affidavit filed by Solis, he asked Mayor Richard Molina to resign and questions whether he can effectively lead the city after he was arrested and charged for alleged voter fraud during his mayoral 2017 election. In return of filing the affidavit, the city secretary was supposed to hand over a city-approved petition. However, it's been more than 70 years since those rules were put into effect by the city council, and they cannot locate the appropriate form.
The issue with that is that the recall provision in our charter was part of the original charter in 1949. And according to the charter, the 1949 city council was supposed to have drafted and approved a form on which signatures can be gathered. We've gone through ordinances from the 1940s, 1950s. We even traveled all the way back to the 1920s under the old charter provisions. And we have not been able to find anything within the minutes, within the ordinances, that demonstrates that a previous city council has ever approved the form on which signatures are supposed to be gathered.
Solis would then have 30 days to obtain the required signatures, which is 25% of the voters from the 2017 election. Brenda, back to you.
All right, Joanna, thank you. The City Council must now draft and approve a new form if an original is not found for Solis to obtain those signatures.